The AP poll ranked them number 10 coming into the season. They lost to South Carolina in the Sweet 16 last year, and they're out for blood this year. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, from College Park, Maryland, at the Xfinity Center. It's Maryland women's basketball on WMUC Sports. I'm Justin Haberman. Alongside with me tonight is Noah Ghelli. Down on the sideline is Schwartz. We'll have the call for you tonight here on WMUC Sports. Noah, this is a Maryland women's basketball team that ended last year with a 25-8 overall record, 13-5 in the Big Ten. They lost to South Carolina in the Sweet 16, like I mentioned last year. What do you expect out of the Terps this year?
I think the Terps are in for a big year. As you said, preseason top 10 ranking. That doesn't come lightly. And for the Terps, some returning faces from that team, but a lot of new influence, some freshmen, some transfers. So it'll be interesting to see how they can mesh together as the season goes along. But obviously, coming off of a big win over Loyola Maryland, they started the season all hot.
Yeah, coming off a huge win against Loyola, like you said, 80 to 26 win, 26 points. That's the second fewest points allowed by this Terps team in the Brenda Freeze era. And Brenda Freeze, their head coach, 23 years in Maryland, won national title in 2006, two-time national coach of the year, and 22 winning seasons. Most wins out of any coach in the Big Ten. So she's a huge reason for this Terp success. On the other hand, Candace Hill, only her second year for UMBC as the head coach.
Yeah, Freeze, one of the best in the country, just straight up. So it'll be, she always is going to have a good team. And for Hill, building a program. So we're going to see how she can do against a top team like Maryland, one of the toughest teams she will have faced in her coaching tenure so far.
Yeah, Hill's program posted a 14-15 record in 1 year, going 7-9 in American East play. So UMBC, they're on the come up, but good thing for the Terps, they're 13-0 against this UMBC team, and it's going to be a fun, exciting night. And like you mentioned earlier, this Terps team, they lost some seniors, so younger players will have to step up, and a very competitive conference in the Big Ten. Depth matters, Noah.
Yeah, it does. But Maryland gonna look for some impacts from some signature players. Obviously, Sailor Poffenberger, 11 points, and then Oluchi Okinawa with 18 against Loyola Maryland. So you're gonna look to get them the ball early as the Terps look to start off good because against a team like this, a while below the caliber of Big Ten team, UMBC is a really good basketball team, and you don't want to give them the feeling early that they can stay in this one because they'll ride that to the end if you do it too close.
Yeah, UMBC coming off a win on their end, 90-49 against Stevenson. So this is going to be a fun one to watch. And my prediction is it's going to be a competitive game, and it's very well could come down to the wire. But back to this Terps team, my prediction for this year so far, we're only the second game in, but I think they're going to finish top 2 or 3 in the Big Ten. With their talent and preseason respect, number 10, as I mentioned earlier, top tier conferences would be realistic, and hopefully they'll get back to the Sweet 16. But ideally, they're going to push for something further, maybe the Elite Eight or a Final Four.
Yeah, and again, like you said, preseason coming into the Big Ten rankings, Maryland was predicted to finish second. So we'll see how they can do into this season. Obviously, yet to get to Big Ten play, but we're going to take a quick break here and we'll be back for the start of this game.
Just about set for tip-off here at the Xfinity Center. I'm Justin Haberman alongside Noah Ghelli. On the sideline is Schwartz.
Yeah, and we're getting ready for tip-off here. Maryland versus UMBC. And Justin, what do you think the keys are for Maryland in this one?
For Maryland, I mean, they got to stay strong defensively and, can't turn the ball over. Really got to value the ball. That goes for, all sports. And really just got to stay consistent. They cannot let UMBC in this game or let them stay in this game. They know they're better than them. They know they can beat them. They're 13-0 all time, and they just got to pull away. And it'll be as many Ozzy Mamadou versus Delaney Yarbrough for the tip-off. Ball is up, tip back, and into the hands of Oluchi Akinawa. She passes it over to Leah Bartelm. Bartelm, near the Xfinity sign, dishes it off to Yarden Garzone, who drops to the hoop, but denied. Delaney Yarbrough passes off for Jade Tillman. Jade Tillman back to Yarbrough, who surveys her options. Yarbrough finds Tillman back again. They swing it back around. It's Carmen Yanez. Yanez passes it over. It's a shot for Gabby Scott. Rolls out of the rim and into the hands of Akinawa, who dishes it off to Yarden Garzone. Garzone finds Leah Bartel, makes a move to the hoop. Finds an open Oluchi Akinawa, an in pass to Ozzy Mamadou, makes a nice move and rolls away for two.
That was a nice move there. Get the scoring started for the Terps.
Here's press coverage for them and a fight for the ball on the ground. The Terps come away with it, and another point.
Maryland
2 points for Maryland quick.
Maryland pressing early on the inbounds, trying to impose their superior talent on UMBC.
Here they go again, but UMBC gets away. They find a shot from the corner. That one's an air ball. Bartelm controls the rebound, dishes it off to Yarden Garzon, who finds a through pass for Akinawa, who gets fouled. Some quick ball movement here early for the Terps. They're going pretty fast here, Noah.
Great start for Maryland, and they're moving up and down the court. And that pressure, UMBC really seems out of sync right now. I think Maryland's really speeding them up, and they're getting them where they want.
Yeah, so an inbound play to the Terps. Quick shot. Straight nylon there for Yarden Garzone. Her first basket of the night, and the Terps have a 6-0 lead here as they continue to press against UMBC. They carry the ball across. They find a wide open Delaney Yarbrough, who puts it off the glass for two, so the press comes back to bite the Terps in the neck. It'll be Bartelm carrying it across.
Yeah, that's what happens when you press there. If you get beat, it can lead to easy buckets.
Akinawa on the drive, pulls back. Dishes it off to Sawyer Poffenbarger, who finds Ozzy Akinawa, who goes to work. The left-hand layup is good. Tough bucket there by Akinawa.
Off to a great start for her. 4 points already in this one.
Excuse me, that was Ozzy Mamadou. 4 points for her as UMBC's shot is off the mark. Offensive rebound, though. Second chance opportunity. No good, but a foul.
Get our first free throws of the game for either team. Obviously, free throws really important, especially for UMBC if they're going to try to pull off an upset. In 14.
It'll be Delaney Yarbrough, who has 2 shots. She hits the first one. So the score is 8-3 here. Yarbrough's second shot is up, and it is good.
Free throws, again, very important for UMBC. They're going to need to make almost all of them if they're going to want to stay in this game. You can't give away free points, and they're called free throws for a reason.
Yeah, so UMBC will also go with the press, and it'll be Akinawa, who makes a nice move, gets it across. Quick ball movement by the Terps. Pump fake back to Akinawa. Dishes it off to Bartelm. Bartelm quarterbacking this defense, uses the screen. Good ball movement there. A 3 off the mark there, rebounded by Carmen Yanez of UMBC. The Retrievers have it, pushing the pace. Yanez goes right to the hoop, dishes it off to Bellamy, who finds Gabby Scott. Scott dishes it off to Jade Tillman, who falls to her feet. The Terps pounce on the ball, but Tillman has it in her hands, and we get a whistle. Let's see what the call is, Noah.
I think it's a jump ball there is what it seems to be. And again, it's very important for the Terps to contain Tillman. She had 22 points in the game, in UMBC's first game, transferring from East Carolina, one of their best offensive weapons.
Here's the inbound for UMBC, quick inbound play, another whistle. Let's see what the call is here again, and I think a turnover on UMBC, so it'll be Terps basketball.
Now, one thing that's very interesting, both UMBC and Maryland are pressing, but they're pressing for different reasons. UMBC is trying to slow the game down, while Maryland's trying to speed it up. So it'll be interesting to see who can get their own pace of play going.
Bartel beats the press, pass it off to Sailor Possenbarger, who threw it right away. Here's UMBC. It's Tiara Bellamy carrying it across. She didn't have numbers, so pulls it back to the top of the key. Dishes it off to Jade Tillman. Tillman circles her way to the paint, splits the defense. Her layup is no good. Akinawa is off to the races. Akinawa, a pass to Poffenbarger, off to Akinawa, off the glass for two. Great ball movement. 10-4 lead for the Terps.
That was great on the fast break by the Terps there.
Here comes UMBC. It'll be Gabby Scott. Finds Carmen Yanez. Yanez directing traffic. Guarded by Sailor Poffenbarger, who dishes it off to Tillman. Tillman, guarded by Bartelm. Good defense there by the Terps. Bartelm jumps on it, and Tillman retrieves it anyways. So a whistle on the floor here.
I think we got another jump ball this time. It'll be Maryland's possession.
Yes, it will be. Brenda Fries is clapping, so good news for the Terps. Brenda Fries, like we said, 23 years at Maryland, straight success. That's all she's seen as Addie Mack checks into the game for the first time for the Terps. Addie Mack, a guard freshman from Minneapolis, Minnesota.
And Brenda Fries describes her as lightning quick with the ball.
As Kendall Walker will also check in for the Terps. A whistle on the shot there. Let's see what the call is. We're going the other way. Good defense there by UMBC. 10-4 lead. 5:45 left in this first quarter. As the Terps continue to press, Jay Tillman eventually gets it across midcourt. As Gabby Scott dishes it off to Kennedy Austin. Austin's three-pointer is good.
Some nice ball movement there by the Retrievers.
Addie Mack with it now. Mack uses the screen. Mack makes her way to the paint. Finds a wide open Maria Bayoko for two.
That was great offense there by Addie Mack. Drove in, found the big man in the paint, and dished it off for two. That's what you want to see from your young point guard.
Right there, Addie Mack on the defensive end, forcing a timeout taken by UMBC. So 12-7 the lead is for the Terps. We'll be right back with you on WMUC Sports. 100%.
We're back from the TV timeout now. UMBC with the ball.
Heidi Williams with it now. Williams. This is it off to Kennedy Austin, whose shot was just before the shot clock expired. So a turnover there by the Retrievers.
Yeah, I think they called it travel there. Got a little too happy feet out there.
Addie Mack will inbound it to Aluchi Akinawa. Akinawa is pressed by Dagny Slomack of the Retrievers. Akinawa splits the defense. Dishes it off to her point guard, Addie Mack. Mack has it now. Mack finds Kendall Walker. Walker, a three. Good!
The three-point shooting is big for the Terps. In their first game against Loyola Maryland, they shot 47.6% from three.
Kendall Walker enters the game and makes her impact immediately. As the Terps almost force a turnover there, Akinawa carries the ball up to beat the press and now is pressing.
Yeah, 10-second call there on UMBC. They couldn't get the ball past half court. So you can see that Maryland press is already impacting them out of this timeout. Obviously, whatever adjustments they made haven't quite worked yet.
Mir McLean will inbound it to Addie Mack. Addie Mack has it. Dishes it off to Akinawa, who finds Mir McLean, who loses it out of bounds. We stay with Terps basketball. 3:56 left, 15-7. The lead is for the Terps. An inbound coming for Maryland. Addie Mack will inbound it to. She was looking for Kendall Walker. Dishes it to Akinawa, who tries a three, denied right away by UMBC. But it'll remain Terps basketball.
Some good defense there, defending without fouling for UMBC.
As Carmen Yanez will check back in for the Retrievers. Addie Mack will inbound it from the sideline. Who finds an open Kendall Walker. Walker makes her way to the paint, fading away, tried to get the shot off in time, but there was a whistle beforehand, so we await the call.
I think they called the foul. It's just whether it's shooting or I believe they called it on the ground.
Yeah, it was on the
floor.
floor.
But that's a bailout there if you're UMBC.
Yeah. A quick inbound to Mir McLean from Addie Mack as she gets the quick 2 points. As the Retrievers try to beat this Maryland Terrapins press. It's Carmen Yanez carrying it across, who fending off Addie Mack. Yanez finds herself in the corner. Here comes the double team. She dishes it off to safety, though, who passes it off to Dagny Slomack, whose three is off the mark, into the hands of Akinawa. Akinawa pushing it for the Terps. Now she regroups, dishes it off to Mir McLean. Kendall Walker with it now, deciding what to do. Walker finds Akinawa in the triple threat position. Uses the screen from McLean. Bounce pass to McLean in the paint. Dish it off to Walker. Walker steps into a three. That one won't go. And UMBC basketball, so Walker can't hit her second three, but great ball movement there. A couple pick and roll action there from Akinawa and McLean. A dish out to a three. That's elite ball movement there by the Terps.
Yeah, great ball movement. And Terps on a 7-0 run over the last 2 minutes, 8 seconds. 10-0 is what's called a kill shot. So if the Terps can get there, that's a big swing.
Right now the lead remains 15-7 as Carmen Yanez has it now working on Akinawa. She dishes it off to her teammate. She was looking for her teammate, but Kendall Walker intercepted it, and now she has it, crossing half court. Dishes it off to Akinawa. Akinawa makes a play. Finds an open Kendall Walker, who circles into the paint. And Addie Mack's three was off the mark. And now UMBC has numbers if they want it. Jade Tillman, quick pull-up jumper is good.
That was the first bucket in nearly 3 minutes for the Retrievers there. Big shot from Tillman.
17-9 the lead is. Mack has it now. Akinawa will try a three. Swirls off the iron. And a whistle on the floor. We believe it's a foul on the rebound.
Yeah, and I think we'll be staying here with Maryland basketball. Maryland will inbound underneath.
The Terps make some substitutions. Leah Bartelm and Sailor Poffenbarger check back in. Bartelm immediately will inbound, finds an open Poffenbarger who regroups, fade away, shot trickles into the net for 2 points. 19-9 the lead is, 2:13 left in this first quarter. And now UMBC carries it across. And a reach-in foul there by Mayra Boyoko on, she was guarding Heidi Williams.
That's a bad foul there. No need to. Just gotta stay in front of your, stay in front of the offensive player that you're defending. No need to reach there and then bail them out.
Rainey Wilson will check in for the Terps. UMBC will inbound it. It'll be Heidi Williams who makes her way to the net. A tough bucket, and she gets it to go. Bartelm will carry across half court now. Bartelm finds Akinawa. Akinawa, a long three. Won't go. And out of bounds. It'll stay Terps basketball. That was Jordan Garzon on the back end of it, keeping it in the offensive end for the Terps. So Bartelm will inbound. She dishes it off to Poffenbarger. Back to Bartelm. Bartelm surveying her options. Gives it back to Poffenbarger in the corner. A jab step. Now she makes her way towards the baseline. Finds an open Rainey Wilson, who passes it to Bartelm, who tried to make the through pass to Jordan Garzon, but she was being held. So another foul on the Retrievers.
Yeah, UMBC is struggling with the big bodies that Maryland has in the paint, especially Garzon. They fouled her multiple times as Maryland tries to get it into her.
Another inbound here by the Terps. Bartelm finds Garzon. Through pass. Back to Akinawa. Akinawa, good move. Trickles her way to the paint. Through a wave of defenders and a tough bucket. She gets it to go and the call.
Oh, I think they're going to wave it off for a travel. That would have been a nice bucket there. Got the contact and finished, but the refs were saying she walked before it all happened. Tough break there for Maryland because that would have been a big momentum play.
Just one too many steps there. And UMBC catches a break as Akinawa goes right back to work on the defensive end, though. She dishes it off to Jade Tillman. Carmen Yanez has it now. Running around the top of the key. Who finds an open Heidi Williams. Williams dishes it off to Tiara Bellamy. Bellamy. Some miscommunication. Jade Williams has it, though. Guarded heavily by Yarden Garmez. A fadeaway shot. Tried to bank it in. Rebound into the hands of Gabby Scott. Taken away by Yarden Garmez. And Yarden Garzon, excuse me. Sailor Poffenbarger has it now. Bartelm. Bartelm calling for a pick. Spins, circles her way to the defense. Left-hand layup. Textbook basketball there.
What a nice move there from the freshman. A little show and go to the hoop.
Just what you want to see. A little pump fake pass. And left-hand lay as she commits a foul there. She was going for the ball, though, just unlucky, but what a play by Leah Bartelm.
Yeah, on that drive, spin move to get it going, fake the dump off pass underneath, go up with the left hand for the layup. Can't do it much better than that.
Yeah, with just 30 seconds left, Kendall Walker will check back into the game. 21-11 the lead is for the Terps. Now UMBC has it. Akinawa guarding at the top of the key. She guards Tillman. Tillman dishes it off to Heidi Williams, Carmen Yanez. Yanez guarded heavily by Kendall Walker. 7 seconds left. Walker dishes it off to Tillman. Tillman a long bank shot, and it falls. A deep three there to end the quarter. 21-14. The lead is for the Terps, but UMBC catches a break.
A little bit of a prayer there at the end, but it fell. Did she call bank? You have to ask her. But they cut the lead to 7 as we end the first quarter.
21-14, the lead is here on WMUC Sports. We'll be right back with you to start the second quarter.
as we are getting ready for the start of the second quarter, it is 21-14 Maryland, and we're going to swing it over to our sideline reporter, Sydney Schwartz, for a quick update.
Thanks, Noah. Despite that deep three we saw at the very end of the quarter, Maryland's defense has been on lockdown. Last game, head coach Brenda Freeze was very impressed with their team's work off the ball, specifically their defense, quoting that we weren't afraid of the moment and we came on really strong and aggressive. As we saw from this first quarter, they're leading in steals and points off turnovers. I'll be back with more at halftime. Back to you.
Thank you, Sydney. And we are starting now for the second quarter. Maryland with possession. It's Kendall Walker driving in. Dishes out to Poffenberger, who hits the three. Big shot there for Poffenberger.
Yeah, so Maryland responds right away after that deep three to end the first quarter, as Sydney mentioned.
Now, so Terps back on defense. UMBC working it around. Jade Tillman has it, swings it around. Now to Carmen Yanez. Yanez drives in around the elbow, takes it into the paint, tries to find defender, but it's tipped away. Kendall Walker controls it now. Walker up to Garzone. Garzone looks to find someone, swings it to Poffenberger across court. Then Garzone gets it back in the corner. Her three is no good. Rebounded there by Bellamy. Bellamy takes it up the court, looking to go fast. This is out to Tillman on the wing. Tillman looks to find somewhere on offense, but just gives it back to Bellamy there. Giannis has it now, resetting at half court. We'll see if she can get anything going. Bellamy takes a little dribble handoff there, gives it to Kennedy Austin. Austin with the pull-up at the free throw line, and it is good. Now Kendall Walker taking it down for the Terrapins. Calls out the offense. We'll see if she can get something going.
That was a great move there by the UMDC player to get that mid-range shot off.
Rainey Wilson now with a pull-up of her own. Those are her first bucket of the game for the freshman. 26-16 now Maryland with 8:20 left in the second quarter. Back into the press they go as Yanez gets across half court, but is trapped there by Poffenberger and Walker. Walker comes away with it. Poffenberger has it now. Up pass to Garzone. Can't find her, but it's tipped out of bounds. Maryland ball.
Just as Sydney mentioned during the break, the Terps defense has been the anchor of this game so far. And right there you saw it on display, forcing the turnover. Now the Terps have an offensive inbound.
Yeah, Walker will inbound it underneath for the Terps. Maryland looks to get in. Garzone has it now just above the corner. And a whistle. Off ball foul there. It'll stay Maryland ball. Now we'll see if the call. Let's see what they call here. No, it'll be a foul on Maryland. That'll be Ozzy Mamadou there. But there's also a foul on Heidi Williams. So double foul there, and Maryland will retain possession as Walker takes it. Swings to Garzone on the right wing. Garzone looks to make a play. Looking for the through ball there, but couldn't find it to Mir McLean. Now Giannis has it for UMBC. Drops it off to Tillman at the left wing. Tillman drives in, takes it on the defender, and it's good. Took it right on Okinawa there.
That was a great move by Tillman, going behind the back to the inside scoop layup with the right hand.
Terps get down the court quickly. Garzon with a three. No good, but a foul on UMBC. It'll stay Terps basketball. Some high-powered offenses to start the second quarter, back and forth as we get going.
Yeah, one thing I just noticed is that the Terps are taking a lot more three-pointers in the second quarter compared to the first quarter. I think Brenda Freeze is kind of telling this Terps team, like, you know, we can handle them. You know, let's start testing the threes and really pull away from this one.
They like to shoot threes. 21 attempts in their game against Loyola Maryland, made 10 of them. So the three is a good shot for Maryland. Right on cue, Poffenberger lets one fly, but it's no good. Just 2 for 11 from three, so the Terps will look to balance that out. Yanez takes it up the court for UMBC. Can't find anything. Swings it out to Gabby Scott. Scott gives it off to Tillman. Tillman looking for something. Oh, a nice cut there that was Bellamy on the cut. Gets in the paint, can't find anything. Tillman now. Tillman drives in and draws the foul. That was Okinawa fouling Tillman there, and she will go to line for two.
Yeah, Tillman against Okinawa on both ends of the court. That is the matchup that fans and coaches are going to be eyeing down throughout this game. aggressive on both ends for both players as Tillman makes a couple moves, gets the whistle call, and now is at the line and a chance at 2 more points.
Yeah, again, like we mentioned earlier, free throws are big for UMBC. You got to cash in. See if Tillman can do just that as she knocks in the first one. 26-19 our score with 7:06 remaining. Second free throw coming for Tillman. And it is good. So 26-20 now. Subs for the Retrievers. That'll be number 4, Kennedy Austin checking in for Carmen Yanez. Maryland now inbound underneath. Some man-to-man press for the Retrievers right here. Maryland a little struggling to get the ball in, but Okinawa receives it. Up past to Addie Mack. Still haven't crossed the half-court line. Now they do as Mack gets it to Poffenberger. Mack gets it back at the top of the key as the Terps look to run their offense. Mack tries to find something. Has a little bit of a mismatch. Big defender on her. Let's see if she can attack. Tries to drive in. Nice switch there as Bellamy takes it on her. Now Poffenberger has it as she drives baseline. Looks to find Okinawa. Can't get it to her. It's tipped. Okinawa gets it back and launches a 3 at the end of the shot clock. No good. Ball loose on the ground. Okinawa gets it back, and a jump ball is called. A lot of chaos there underneath the basket.
Yeah, Noah, some good basketball there on display. Great defense by UMBC. Addie Mack barely gets it across, and Okinawa kind of just chucked up a prayer there at the end. And it's only 26-20 lead now for the Terps as they press now.
Only up 6. Terps back in their press. UMBC taking it up now. Tillman has it. See if Tillman can get going again. It's stolen by Addie Mack, and she's fouled. Nice hands there from the freshman. Take possession back for Maryland. Addie Mack has kind of been all over for the Terrapins so far, getting assists. That's a steal right there. And then the foul is on Kiera Bellamy. That's her second. And Poffenberger will check out for the Terrapins.
Poffenberger, their leading scorer so far with 5.
Addie Mack finds Garzone. Garzone drives it in. Kick out, and the three-pointer is no good. That was Mir McLean. But the putback is good for Okinawa. Maryland pressing again. Looks to get the steal. Addie Mack can't come up with it. Now the drive in. That is Kennedy Austin, and she gets a 2 of her own. Now Maryland right back down. Mack finds Kendall Walker. Kendall Walker looks for that was Ozzy Mamadou, sorry. Or no, that was Okinawa.
Yeah, on that last play.
Okinawa gets fouled.
On that last play for UMBC, it was Kennedy Austin. She just dribbled right into 3 Terps defenders, got her way through, and got 2 points. It's not what you want to see if you're Brenda Freeze. Is can't let a player just dribble right through 3 of your defenders.
Kenny Austin leading this Retrievers team in points so far today with 7. Now Maryland will inbound underneath. Gets it to Garzon. Garzon looks to post up. Tries to make a move towards the baseline. And the layup is good. Nice baseline move there for Garzon. That's another bucket for her as she has 4 points now on the game. Maryland back in their press. UMBC. And a travel is called. That was Kenny Austin. The pressure forced that turnover there. Now, let's see if Maryland can get back going on offense. It's been a very fast-paced second quarter. Terps now with an inbound. We'll see if they can run an offensive set in the half court for some points, something that they've had some success with, but not as much as you would like. So Bartelme has it now. See if she can get anything going. Her pass is tipped. Now, pass out to Addie Mack. Addie Mack pass out and then into Boyke and is no good. Boyko tried to get the shot, couldn't get it to fall on the layup, and there's a call underneath. So it will, let's see what the refs call it. It'll stay Maryland ball.
One thing the Terps are really valuing is volume because, I mean, they're 2 for 13 from 3, and they're just letting it go. They're just pulling the trigger from way out and taking any 3-point shots that they can get, and that's the way that Brenda Freeze wants to coach her team. I mean, it's working, Noah. They're up by 8 right now.
Yeah, Boyko again, and this time she converts. And as you were saying, for Maryland, 2 for 13 isn't great percentage, but you got to think it'll even out at some point, and these threes will start to fall. More pressure for the Terps, and UMBC again can't handle it. Ball is loose on the ground. Another whistle. And it is a turnover there. That was Gabby Scott turning the ball over. It'll be Maryland possession yet again. That press in the second quarter has really gotten to the Retrievers.
Yeah, I think the reason that Freeze is letting her team shoot all these threes is just because she knows that she could trust her defense so well and that they're just so great at forcing turnovers in transition.
Yeah, and we have a brief timeout here, so we're going to take a quick break and get right back to you to resume this second quarter. We are back now for the remaining 4 minutes and 52 seconds in this second quarter. It is 32-22 Maryland over UMBC. And the Terps start off at the free throw line. They're in the bonus, so Yarn Garzon will shoot a 1-and-1. Or it'll be 2 shots, sorry. First one is good for Garzon.
Well, no matter what, if it's 1-1, she's getting a second
Yeah.
shot here.
Swish that one. Now the second. And it is good. Looked real comfortable up there for the transfer in from Indiana. Now UMBC will take it up. Carmen Yanez, point guard, passes it to Laura Thompson, who's checking in for the first time. Yanez now works it around. Thompson has it now at the top of the key. Finds, that was Gabby Scott. Now Yanez dishes him to Tillman. Tillman makes a move. No good. Tries to get her own rebound. And the Terps come up with it. Now it is Okinawa pushing it up the floor. Garzon has it. Swings it cross court to Bartelme. Bartelme finds Okinawa. Okinawa, nice move for the layup. Now it is Yanez on it. Yanez dribbling up the court. Thompson has it on the right wing. Now Yanez top of the key. Looks to find Scott. Scott gets it. At the Gary Williams signature here on this Gary Williams court. And the shot from Thompson in the corner. That 3-ball is good. Her first bucket on her first shot of the game. Bartelme takes it up quick now for the Terps. Takes it back out. Okinawa drives in. Dish off to Boyko. Boyko passes back to to Mac, sorry. Mac with the little fadeaway jumper, and it's no good. And we're back down the other side with Laura Thompson. Now Yanez has it. Back Thompson, back to Yanez. Let's see if UMBC can get anything going on offense. Yanez tries to get inside of Tillman, but can't. Now finally does as Tillman pops out to the three-point line. Tillman looks to make a move, spin back, and a foul. Tillman really utilizing that spin move. That seems to be her signature so far.
Yeah, one thing for UMBC is that their shots are falling from long distance. We saw that shot from the corner there by Thompson, Lauren Thompson that was, and to end the first quarter, obviously it was a prayer that they just chucked up, but UMBC, you think they should increase their shot volume from long distance if they want to stay in this one?
Yeah, they really should. 3 for 6 from 3. Another 3 on the way. Now they're 3 for 7 as Laura Thompson misses that one. But still, shooting a high clip from 3. And if you want to pull off an upset, you got to ride the hot hand. So if they're shooting well from 3, you got to keep that going. Bartelma takes it up and looks for a screen from Boyko. Takes it. Bartelma drives in the paint, slips, falls, gets it back out to Garzon. Garzon passing around the perimeter, and a whistle is blown. Now, that is Kendall Walker will check in for Bartelma, who seems a little bit hobbled as she comes out of the court. Hopefully she is okay. But Maryland will retain possession, and it'll be Okinawa inbounding it. 36-25, Maryland with 2:56 remaining in this first half. Walker will dribble handoff to Okinawa. Okinawa takes a double screen, passes out to Garzon at the top of the key, who lets it fly. It's no good. Rebound Walker. Walker kicks it out. That is Rainey Wilson, and Wilson travels. Again, 2 for 14 now for the Terrapins from 3. They're shooting over 30% worse than they did in their first game against Loyola Maryland.
On the bright side, though, they're shooting 51.6% from the field goal range in general, and they can turn the ball over as we see right now.
Yeah, Wilson got the steal. Now a little mid-range jumper, and it is good. Just as you said, everything seems to be falling in front of the three-point line from the Terps, just not behind. Nice shot there from Rainey Wilson. Now it is Kennedy Austin taking up for UMBC, their leading scorer so far, as she gives it to Thompson on the right wing, gets it back at the top of the key, trying to set up some offense, looks to find Tillman, bad pass out of bounds. Little turnover forced there by Rainey Wilson, nice pressure as they tried to get it to Tillman. They've done a good job not allowing any entry passes to Tillman, forcing her to go back outside on the perimeter to receive the ball, and that's the 4th turnover in the last 4 minutes for UMBC. Now Walker taking it up. Walker finds Wilson. Wilson gets it into Garzon. Garzon with a little pump fake, draws 2 in the air, but is stripped. Tillman pass it to, that is Yanez. Kenny Austin has it. Laura Thompson now, or Yanez, sorry. Yanez takes the screen, drives in, and she traveled. It'll go the other way for Maryland.
Turnovers just plaguing this UMBC team. They're stuck at 25 points. They cannot get much going on the offensive end, and they want to stay in this one. They got to get a couple buckets falling before this half ends.
14 turnovers so far for Maryland, or for UMBC rather. And if you're a team trying to pull off an upset, being that down in the turnover margin is not going to help. Walker with a nice spin move, puts it up, no good, but the foul. So Walker will shoot 2. Great move there.
Yeah, there's still time to come back. We still got a whole half of basketball left to play.
Walker will be at the line shooting 2. These are her first free throw attempts of the game. And the first one is up and good. 4 points now for Kendall Walker. Second free throw is up and good again. Now 5 for Walker. 2 for 2 from the free throw line. Good trip there. You got to take those free throws. So now Yanez has it for UMBC. Gives it out to Alston. Austin looking for Tillman, guarded by Boyko, and his double team there. That was Okinawa with the help. Pass out, Giannis in the corner, finds Austin at the wing. Back to Tillman at the free throw line, extended, drives in the paint, and the shot up is good, but a travel again. Another turnover for the Retrievers. 15 now with 48.7 to go in this first half as the Terps lead 40-25. Walker takes it up now. At the top of the key, Maryland runs some screens, a little floppy action there, gets it to Welson. See if Welson can do anything with it. Pick and roll to Garzon. Garzon up and is no good. A little bit of contact, but no call there. Now UMBC will go the other way. 27 seconds to go in this first half. Kenny Austin will take it up the court. We'll see if the Retrievers hold. That seems to be what their plan is, but Austin tried to take the screen. Not a great one there. Guarded by Walker. Excellent defense. Rebound Boyko. Now down the other way. Okinawa. A little half-court shot. Lost track of the time. Had 8 seconds there. No reason to shoot that from half court. But Austin now the other way. And it is good from the corner. So as halftime, 40-28 for Maryland. A little bit of a mental lapse there at the end, leading to 3 points. But before we go to break, we will kick it off to our sideline reporter again, Sydney Schwartz.
Thanks, Justin. As expected, Maryland lead at half after strong performances in the opening quarters of the game. Garzon and Okinawa lead in points and assists for the Terps, but UMBC should not be counted out. Freshman Kennedy Austin and Heidi Williams are playing with a point to prove for the Terriers, with 13 combined points for UMBC. We've seen a lot of good ball movement from Maryland, especially with the Terps capitalizing on UMBC's 15 turnovers. While the upset may still be on for UMBC, it's definitely going to take a team effort. Only 5 players have scored for UMBC so far this game, but that's all to change in the second half. Back to you, Justin and Noah.
Yeah, again, 40-28 our score at halftime. And we'll take a break here at WMUC Sports and make sure to stay tuned for some second half action.
Welcome back to the Xfinity Center here in College Park, Maryland. It's the Terps up against UMBC 40-28 as we welcome you to the third quarter here from the Xfinity Center. Noah, what are you expecting out of this Terps team into the second half?
Well, you got to think that their three-point shooting will even out a little bit. It's just 2 for 15 right now. They're a lot better from that. So you got to hope they start falling from three. And you got to keep up the pressure and keep forcing turnovers, which is something they did a lot in the first half.
We mentioned in the first half the shooting percentages for both teams, but right now as it stands, they both are shooting 50% from the field. The one difference, the Terps, 13% from three, while UMBC is also shooting 50% from three.
Yeah, and the Terps have 14 more shot attempts, a lot of those coming because of the turnovers.
Here's Leah Bartelm. Bartelm finds Akinawa. Akinawa uses the screen from Ozzy Mamadou. Now it's Garzone. Garzone finds Poffenbarger, who finds Ozzy Mamadou inside. She went up but got fouled. So 2 shots coming for Ozzy Mamadou.
Some early free throws for the Terrapins. Some good offense there. Get into the big man, draw some fouls.
Ozzy Mamadou. First shot is up. Falls right through.
Maryland, perfect 5 for 5 from the free throw line. I don't want to announce or jinx it or anything, but well, there we go.
Yeah, no, I mean, that one was off the back iron, but Bartelm recovered the rebound. Akinawa gets it back right away. Garzon, a deep three, straight nylon from the corner.
So that might have been my fault on the free throw, but they got a three-pointer out of it. So I'm doing my part for the Terps right now. Just earned them 2 points.
44-28, the lead is for the Terps as Tiara Bellamy goes to work. She tries to find an open Heidi Williams. She does. Williams powers through contact, gets a shot off, but it was denied right away. A whistle beforehand, though. And
even another travel.
Yeah, it is. Great defense there by Maryland.
Absolutely locked them down there. Tried to do a little spin move. Can only take 2 steps. And when you do, you got to do something with the ball. And they were unable to do that. 7 turnovers now.
You can't win the game if you don't have the ball. Ozzy Mamadou gets a weird pass from Garzone. That one went off the glass and into the hands of Ozzy Mamadou, who put it right up as Carmen Yanez carries across half court. Yanez being pressured by Bartelm. Bartelm. Yanez finds a sweet spot. That one can't fall as Akinawa finds the rebound. Passes it off to Bartelm. Bartelm powers through contact and can't get it to go. Ozzy Mamadou on the second chance. But a foul on the floor.
Yeah, whistle there. Terps really working it to Ozzy Mamadou right now, and she's been a force with the ball. Has 7 points, 3 for 4 shooting, and she's done a great job in the limited minutes she's had so far.
And Oluichi Awo at the line for Maryland. 46-28 the lead is for the Terps. UMBC's last bucket came from a buzzer beater to end the half.
Yeah.
And no, I can't remember the last time that there was a buzzer beater by the same team to end the first quarter.
First quarter and
the second quarter.
That's been their best offense so far.
Yeah.
Buzzer beaters to end the quarter. Fortunately for them, they got 8 minutes to go before they get there, and they've yet to score in this third quarter.
We got a timeout here on the floor. We'll be right back with you. The Terps are up 46-28, 8:26 left in this third quarter on WMUC Sports. As we are back in action here at the Xfinity Center, the Terps are leading UMBC 46-28, 8:26 left in this third quarter. Ozzy Mamadou at the line shooting two. She misses the first one off the front rim.
Yeah, Miss Frito's not going to help the Terps extend their lead.
And the second one was too strong. But it was off a retriever. I believe that was Delaney Yarbrough, so it'll stay Terps basketball. They catch a break there, and Leah Bartelm comes for an offensive inbound.
Yeah, they couldn't control the rebound there.
Bartelm surveys her options, finally finds Azima Mamadou, and she uses her height to her advantage, and quick 2 points, and the lead is extended to 20 here in this third quarter, Noah.
Yeah, some good offense there for the Terps on their second chance.
Carmen Yanez works it to Heidi Williams. Williams drives baseline, can't get it to go though. A foul, and Terps basketball. Great defense there on the back end by Maryland.
Poffenbarger checks in now.
Yarden Garzone inbounds it to Bartelm. Bartelm carries half towards half court. Poffenbarger finds a wide open Akinawa. Akinawa circles her way into the paint, finds Azim Mamadou. Great defense there by UMBC. It was off a retriever though, so Terps retain possession of the ball. Great ball movement there by Maryland.
Yeah, coming into the second half, the Terps obviously are really trying to attack the inside right now, working it into the paint as much as they can.
Bartelm. Risky inbound play there, but Garzone, a deep three. That one can't fall. Heidi Williams retrieves the inbound. And Jay Tillman, pull-up jumper. Too strong. Rebounded by Akinawa. Akinawa dribbling past half court now. She regroups, uses the pick from Poffenbarger. Poffenbarger lets it fly and buries a deep three.
Nice shot there from Poffenbarger. She's 2 for 3 now from three-point range, has half of the Terps make from beyond the arc.
And we got a timeout on the floor there. Sailor Poffenbarger dialing from long distance. The Terps are up 51-28, 7:19 left in this third quarter on WMUC Sports. And we're back on WMUC Sports. It's Maryland women's basketball. The story of this game so far has been UMBC's turnover issue, as Maryland has capitalized on that. They have 18 points off of 17 UMBC turnovers, as it is Kennedy Austin now with it now for UMBC, guarded by Leah Bartelm. Austin dishes it off to Gabby Scott. Gabby Scott finds Jay Tillman. Jay Tillman, entry pass to Heidi Williams, but that one was taken away by Jordan Garzon. And possession will remain with UMBC. That was a jump ball, and good defense there by the Terps to.
That was a quick jump ball call there. I don't know if that was a full 3 seconds. Took away a Maryland break.
Yeah, as Delaney Yarbrough is now handcuffed in the corner, but she finds Gabby Scott, who finds Jay Tillman. They work the weak side. Tillman puts up a floater. That one can't fall. Jordan Garzon gathers the rebound. Bartelm with it now, pushing the pace now for Maryland. Bartelm, a long pass to Okinawa. Tees up a three. You betcha. That was a bullseye for Okinawa, and the Terps lead is up to 54-28 as Kennedy Austin gets it to go from the mid-range. Bartelm, Okinawa, an impasse to Ozzy Mamadou. Mamadou goes to work. Bartelm now, guarding your zone. Okinawa points for a screen. She won't use it though. Makes her way to the paint. Jump stop. She grabs at her shin as she hits the shot from the mid-range, and now she's really, really grabbing at her shin right away. That is not good.
We're going to take a quick break here, and we'll get back to you as play resumes.
Okinawa was helped off the court by the trainers, but Rainey Wilson will check in.
Hopefully nothing serious there from Okinawa.
Lead up to 26 now for Maryland, and UMBC is in no rush, surprisingly, as they just carry the ball across the court. Kennedy Austin just taking her time. You got to go quick if you're UMBC if you want to stay in this one.
Yeah, I mean, it's not no time left, but it's not a lot of time left, given the 26-point deficit that they have to claw back from.
Heidi Williams will check in. She inbounds. Jay Tillman thought about a three. Now she circles her way to the baseline. A scoop layup. That won't fall. Gets her own rebound. Second chance opportunity. She can't get that one to go either. But a whistle on the court. And she works her way to the free throw line. 2 free throws coming up for Jade Williams.
Some nice offense there from the Retrievers, getting the ball into their best offensive threat, Jade Tillman. Jade Tillman transfer from East Carolina. Their leading scorer in UMBC's win at the line now.
Jade Tillman, the Maryland native, hits the first free throw.
Yeah, came back to play for her UMBC, close to home.
Tillman knocks down both free throws, so the lead is 56-32. A good sign is I believe Okinawa is on her feet on her own. Now here comes the press for UMBC, but Maryland works it past half court. It's Sailor Poffenbarger now, who finds Kendall Walker. Walker, back to Poffenbarger. Rainey Wilson with it now, who's being harassed by Jay Tillman. Rainey Wilson didn't go up. She found Kendall Walker. Kendall Walker makes her way to the cup, but she can't get it to go. Good defense there by UMBC. Some good ball movement there, some hesitations by Maryland, and it results in a jump ball play.
Yeah, had the chance and some open looks for three, but never a bad idea to drive, take it to the rack, especially when you're winning. Up 24 right now. Terps in no rush.
Kendall Walker, inbound play to Poffenbarger. That one was stripped out of her hands, but last touch by a retriever, so Maryland will keep possession, will stay on this side. Some substitutions, though. Mir McLean will check in for Mayra Boyko for Maryland, as Yarden Garzin will inbound. Kendall Walker, a deep three. That one was blocked.
Shot clock violation there.
Yeah, blocked by Elena Williams of UMBC.
Some good defense there from the Retrievers as they try to claw back into this one. They're going to need to get a lot more of that.
Kennedy Austin now. Austin finds Gabby Scott. Austin at the top of the key, thought about a three. Back to Scott. Scott uses the screen from Austin. Now it's Heidi Williams, makes her way to the baseline. Spin move, step through, left hand layup, and it falls. What a play by Heidi Williams. Textbook basketball right there on display, Noah.
And we have another Terps injury. Brenda Fries is livid at the referees right now for not calling an offensive foul.
It was Mir McLean on the back end of that play that just went immediately to the locker room as Addie Mack comes into the game for Maryland. Mack quarterbacking this offense. Passes it out to Rainey Wilson. Poffenbarger, dangerous play there. Turnover by Maryland, and now UMBC. Some momentum there. Possibly Heidi Williams, a left-hand layup on one end, turnover on the other. Kennedy Austin now carrying it across half court now for Maryland. Sorry, for UMBC. Still technically Maryland, Noah. Kennedy Austin. Corner now. Gets by Addie Mack, gets to a spot. She tried to bank that one in, but just missed everything. Addie Mack now with it now. The rebound, she pushes it. Now Soffenbarger tries a three. Cha-ching!
Great shot there from Poffenbarger. And a little bit, as you said, technically UMBC in Maryland, but they are strongly worded that they do not want to be called the University of Maryland, Baltimore County. It is bold letters, so we'll refer to them as UMBC for the future. I don't want anyone yelling at me.
Well, it was me that did it, so if anything, they'll come at me, but they can't score on that play. And Poffenbarger with it now, once again, who just hit that big three. Leads Azima Madu for a great
nice pass there from Poffenbarger.
Poffenbarger to Mamadou for two, just taking the breath out of this UMBC team. 61-34 lead for Maryland.
It looked like UMBC had a chance to make a little bit of a run, got the slightest bit of momentum, and then it was Sailor Poffenbarger that took it all away by herself. Hit the three, nice assist back down the other side. Some great playing there from the 6'2" redshirt senior guard for the Terps.
Yeah, Poffenbarger, a key player for Maryland in the last game against Loyola. She was an outstanding player. Poffenbarger, though, transferred from UConn, 2023 All-SEC freshman, and a 5-time Freshman of the Week at one point. Now she's a senior, so she's got a lot of experience under her belt, but she's no stranger to the game of basketball.
And you can never complain from getting a women's basketball player from UConn, that's for sure.
Heidi Williams now goes to work, pull up J, off the back iron, into the hands of Yarden Garzone. Garzone to Poffenbarger, we just mentioned her. Looking for the handoff play to Mack, but heavily defended. They finally get it now, tipped by Kennedy Austin, but into the hands of Mack. Mack slows the pace now for Maryland, and will now draw up some offense. Mack, she was harassed by Kennedy Austin. Austin, UMBC has numbers if they push it. Austin, a pass for Jade Williams. She didn't expect it, though, so she just threw it in play, and it went to the opposite side of the backboard. Kennedy Austin made a late decision to pass the ball. I think Williams expected Austin to take it all by herself, but anyways, that's in the hands of Addie Mack as she carries it across half court.
Yeah, wasn't really ready for the pass, and it wasn't the best pass, a little out in front of the intended target, so.
Turnover there by Addie Mack, but it was a collision and a whistle on the court.
Tillman with the steal, nice play. out on the perimeter. Rough shooting night from Tillman, only 2 for 10 from the field, but she's made a big impact on defense. She's 2 steals and 2 blocks. Blocking foul there on the drive. Maryland is 5 for their last 7 field goals. Meanwhile, UMBC is 0 for their last 4 and have not scored a single point in the last 2 minutes and 6 seconds of this one.
Yeah, ever since that nice play by Heidi Williams as Carmen Yanez, left hand hook shot, banks it in. Great play there by Carmen Yanez. She just checked in the game and immediately trying to get something going for UMBC, as now Eva McKenney checks in for Maryland. McKenney finds Poffenbarger. McKenney now trickles her way to the paint. She gets it to go. That one went in and out, back out, and 2 shots coming up for Eva McKenney. Almost got the and 1 call, though, but 2 free throws. Oh, wait, McKenney.
Yeah, McKenney just checked in, making an immediate impact, taking the ball, taking it to the lane, getting contact. 2 free throws coming up for the sophomore.
McKenney's first free throw was up and good. Noah, you had the announcer's jinx before. Is that your first one? I mean,
I think I that might not be number 1, but for basketball it definitely is. So
I'm not gonna jinx it here. As McKenney's shot is up and no good.
yeah, well, but you know, with the announcer's jinx, it's the first time for everyone. I'm sure you'll get your own at some point. I just started off real early.
As it was off a retriever though, so it'll stay with Maryland. Mack inbounds it to Poffenbarger. Poffenbarger finds Ozzy Mamadou, who goes to work on Gabby Scott, just manhandling her.
Nice bucket there.
That is her sweet spot. Carmen Yanez now trickles into the paint. Finds Elena Williams, whose shot is off the mark. Poffenbarger now with the rebound. Poffenbarger regroups for Maryland. Mack controls right at the M sign. Guarded by Carmen Yanez. Mack, Poffenbarger to Rainey Wilson. Wilson in the triple threat position, harassed by Kennedy Austin. And through pass to Eva McKenney, who had the ball stripped from her by Heidi Williams. And now it's Carmen Yanez. A big pass for Elena Williams, whose 3 is no good. That was an air ball. UMBC tried to keep it in play, but it was out of bounds. And Maryland basketball. 1:29 left in the third quarter. 64-36 lead for Maryland as they make some substitutions. Maria Bocco will check in, and Jordan Garzone will check in. And great news for Brenda Fries and her squad. Oluki Akinawa is back in after grabbing at her shin. It seems as if she will be okay, as Jordan Garzone has it now. Passes it to Mayra Boyko, whose shot was too strong and handled by Heidi Williams.
It's great to see Okinawa back in the game. Obviously, you don't want anyone to miss any extended period of time with injury.
Especially her. She's arguably the most talented and skilled player on this team, as a fight for the ball near the sidelines between Jade Tillman and it appears to be Jordan Garzone.
Yeah, Okinawa are leading them in scoring so far today. So, and she led them in scoring in the game against Loyola Maryland. So one of their best threats on offense. Good to have her back.
Yeah, so it'll stay with UMBC. Carmen Yanez inbounds it to Tillman. Tillman through step, and she was fouled by Akinawa. Akinawa pleading her case, just puts her hands up in the air, but unlucky on that one as she commits the foul, and going to the line is Jade Tillman.
Unfortunately, just because you put your hands up in the air after the shot doesn't mean that you did while they were shooting it. That was a foul there. Now Tillman will be the line. UMBC has yet to miss a free throw so far, so we'll see if I can
see if we can jinx
even
them.
it out.
Oh, Noah, do you think they're going to make this one?
I do. I think Tillman will make it. I'll keep them perfect.
Noise here from the crowd in Xfinity, and she does make it.
What can I say? I'm basketball savant. A little prediction there. 1 for 1 on the day.
There you go. Addie Mack and Okinawa play catch until Okinawa carries it across half court. Dishes it off to Mack, though. And then Mack will fall for some screens. And Maryland will run the offense. Rainey Wilson. Okinawa tees up a three off the front rim and controlled by Kennedy Austin. Carmen Yanez on the back end. Three is good, but no foul. It was no basket. It was a foul on Carmen Yanez. Okinawa took the charge there.
Guess what, Justin? Another UMBC turnover.
Oh, how many is that?
We're at 18 now.
18. That is just insane. Addie Mack finds Rainey Wilson. Rainey Wilson immediately harassed by Carmen Yanez. Mack with it now, who regroups, guarded by Gabby Scott. Mack, double by Carmen Yanez. They find the open man. It's Rainey Wilson. Carmen Yanez recovers in time. Gordon, a three, bullseye.
Nice shot there from Garzone to end the third quarter.
So, hold on a second. I mean, we've had buzzer beaters to end every single quarter so far. The first two was UMBC. This one was Maryland, though, on the back end, Yardi and Garzone. And the lead is 67-38 as we enter the fourth quarter on WMUC Sports.
Just before we kick off this fourth quarter, it is 67-38 Terrapins, and we'll turn it over to sideline reporter Sydney Schwartz for an update.
Thanks, guys. Buzzer beaters to end every quarter so far. We can't let that up for the fourth quarter. But there's been a lot more tension this half, specifically between Maryland head coach Brenda Freeze and the referee. Two Terps came off injured this quarter in Aluchi Okinawa and Mir McLean, both clutching their ankles. From my viewpoint, Freeze looked absolutely livid after McLean had to limp off the court. But luckily, we were able to see Okinawa return to the court in the last final minutes of the third quarter. The Terps maintain their largest lead of the game with 29 points and will continue to widen that gap in the final quarter. Back to you, Noah and Justin.
Thank you, Sydney. And yeah, Coach Freeze not happy with the referees in that quarter. And we are getting ready for some fourth quarter action. Terps up 67-38. Try to keep the momentum going. And we were talking about in the break, if you're a UMBC coach, Justin, what do you like? What's your message to the team right now? Obviously, this one you're down 29, but still have 10 minutes to play.
I mean, just go out there and all you can ask for is your best 0-0 game right now for them. If you're the coach, that's what you tell your team, and just regroup, get back to the basics, and carry momentum into the next game.
Yeah, now it is Okinawa has it. Looks to take the screen from Garzone and gets it. Can't find anything. Passes it back out to Addie Mack on the right wing. Mack tries to find someone, gets it to Garzone in the corner. Pump fake and shoots it for Garzone, no good. Rebound tipped out, and it'll be UMBC basketball off on Rainey Wilson there. Now UMBC will inbound it. Terps not really pressing as heavily as they used to. Up 29, no real need. You want to slow the game down right now if you're Maryland, not speed it up. But we have Carmen Yanez will take it up for UMBC. Gets cut off there by Bartelme. Now that Heidi Williams dribbles in, takes a pull-up at the elbow, no good. And we have a whistle. It'll be going Maryland basketball. That will have it underneath. And Garzone will inbound it to Bartelme. Bartelme takes it up, dribbles it past half court, and the Terps get their offense going. Bartelme dribbles it to the right wing. Screen set for Wilson by Garzon, and Wilson gets it back to Garzon, and a foul is called as Garzon was dribbling towards the paint. I believe that was Kennedy Austin on the foul. Correction, that was Jade Tillman, sorry. That's her second foul of the game.
Yeah, for the Terps, we're getting our first look at number 40, Brianna Williams, the redshirt freshman from Billings.
I believe that's Montana. So we got some action from everywhere. Okinawa drives it in, kicks it out to Wilson. Wilson gets it to Belmonte. Can't find anything. Back out. That is a 3 attempt from Garzon. No good. Rebound UMBC. That was Heidi Williams. Now Kennedy Austin takes it up the court. Has it at the top of the key. Dribbles around. And Heidi Williams has it. Nice move there. Takes it inside. But great defense from Brianna Williams. Gets the rebound as well. Looks to push Belmonte. Belmonte, nice bounce pass to Okinawa, and the layup is good. Great ball movement from the Terps.
Pushing the ball and pushing the pace in transition. UMBC just has no answer for it, and on the backside, they cannot get anything generating on offense.
Terps push the lead past 30. It's 69-38 now with just over 8 minutes remaining in this contest as a foul is called. That was Rainey Wilson.
Is it early to call the dagger, that deep Poffenbarger 3, and then that Poffenbarger assist to Azim Amadou in the third quarter?
I don't know. They really did. UMBC, not that they were making a run, but they were starting to maybe make a run. They had some life, and Poffenbarger just took over the game for the Terps. So I don't think that is that out of the question to say that one really took the wind out of the sails for the Retrievers. Now, it's been all Maryland since then. Lead swelled up to 31 with under 8 minutes now to go. Yanez has it on the right wing. Nice move there. Takes it inside, kicks it out. 5 seconds left on shot clock, and Heidi Williams draws the foul there. Bailout foul. Don't want to foul there with just 3 seconds left on the shot clock. Now, foul on Garzon. UMBC will inbound it underneath. Fresh 20 seconds on the shot clock now. Yanez inbounds it to Tillman. Tillman has it on the left wing. Tillman splits 2 defenders, takes it inside, and is fouled again. Now, the Terps, no need to be fouling here.
Not at all. You want to let this clock run down. I mean, you got this one in the bag. You don't want to risk any injuries. You want to rest your players. You want to get some action from the bench.
Yeah, want to work in some new players, right? Like obviously, Brianna Williams in right now. That's a new face. Now UMBC works the ball around, and there's Kennedy Austin drives in, kick out, 3-pointer. It bounces around and is good from Jay Tillman. Bounced around the rim a couple times and fell. Now Maryland back the other way. Belmonte, see if she can get anything going. Pass to Ozzy Mamadou, and it is taken away by Tillman on the steal. Fast break for Tillman, and the layup is good. Quick 5 point there for the Retrievers. 43-69 now with 7:12 left in this game, as we'll take a break for a timeout on WMUC Sports. We are back now for the remainder of this fourth quarter on WMUC Sports. It is 69-43 Terrapins, but UMBC making a little late push here. They've got some buckets. However, Maryland has a large margin that they will look to keep with 7 minutes left. UMBC coming out in a press, and let's see if Maryland can get it in. Garzone runs the baseline, gets it in to Ozzy Mamadou. Mamadou looks to find someone, can't get it. Tillman comes up with it, and Tillman looking to get it past half court. Now Yanez has it. Yanez gets it to Kennedy Alston. Kenny Alston with the pass out and looking to find, I believe that was Heidi Williams, couldn't get it, or turnover UMBC. And that's 19 now. We're one away from the magic 20. So
I was about to say, here comes UMBC, but then they just turned the ball over.
now back on the other way, Garzon takes it up. Nice pass to, I believe that was Rainey Wilson, and Wilson got fouled. So she will be shooting 2. Maryland 6 for 10 at the free throw line. Meanwhile, UMBC a perfect 8 for 8 despite our best efforts. Wilson, the first one, perfect, nothing but net.
Here we go again.
Yeah, let's
Announcer
see.
Jinx, maybe?
And Wilson, another one. It's good for her. 6 points now for Rainey Wilson. 2 for 2 from the field, 2 for 2 from 3. So a perfect night of shooting so far for the freshman. Now it is Yanez taking up the court. Yanez has it at the top of the key. Gets it to, that is Kennedy Alston. Alston takes it in, and a little hook shot is good.
It's the second time she's done that. And Maryland, the Terrapins, they have 4 players in double fingers compared to just UMBC's 2. And the next highest for UMBC would just be Heidi Williams with 7. So that's been the difference for the Terps in this game.
Yeah, Maryland really working around. Belmonte gets it into Garzone. Garzone passes it out. Now it's Walker with it. Walker tries to drive in, and Walker is fouled.
The thing about the Terps is that they've got 4 go-to players if they want. They've got Ismenmi Azimamadou, Jordan Garzone, Sailor Poffenbarger, and Ouichi Akinawa. They're all in double fingers, and they all can score on all 3 levels.
Yeah, and when you have great playmakers like Barthelme, Mack, it really helps to get your great scorers the ball. As the free throw from Walker is good.
Yeah,
Walker has 6 points now.
they've got depth, and they've got facilitators in Mack and Barthelme running the point guard position.
There's a reason they're the number 10 team in the country. They got some great players. Walker again. Second free throw is good. Now UMBC has it. It is Kennedy Alston takes it up past half court. Alston dribbles right to the corner. Now Heidi Williams has it. Williams to Yanez. Yanez dribble handoff to Tillman. Tillman looks to take on the smaller Belmonte. And the dish in from Tillman gets it to Elena Williams, who is able to finish. That's her first basket of the game. Back the other way, Garzon has it. Garzon takes it in, looks to find Ozzy Mamadou, and she can.
Patience there. A couple pump fakes by Azimamadou.
Yeah, great offense there in the paint. No pressure, just under control. Get the layup for 2. That's 15 points for her in only 14 minutes. That's like a Joel Embiid stat line out there. Tillman for 3, no good. Yanez has it, tries to pass it out. Heidi Williams will give it a shot from 3. That one's no good. And the rebound goes out to Walker. Walker dribbles it up past the court, gives it to Garzon. Garzon has it in the paint. Back out to Barthelme, and Barthelme hits the 3. That's her first 3 of the game. 5 points now, and Maryland is 3 for their last 3 field goals, up 78-47 now with 4:46 remaining in this fourth quarter. Yanez has it, gives it to Tillman again. Gets Heidi Williams now. Williams drives in, and 1. The basket is good, and the foul, as Heidi Williams will go to the line for 1 extra free throw. Nice play there from Heidi Williams.
Yeah, powering through contact there to get the call. the finish and the foul. And as I mentioned before, Leah Bartelm is taking on the facilitator role, but we just saw there she can stick it from deep if she needs to.
Yeah, why not? You're up 30. Why not let it fly if you're the point guard? Nice shot there from Bartelma.
Yeah, she pulled the trigger and hit a bullseye.
Heidi Williams will shoot her free throw now, and it is good. Still perfect from the free throw line are the Retrievers. Now they'll come out in the press. Walker has it. Tries to get it up, and it is knocked out of bounds. Dangerous pass there, but Maryland will retain possession.
Yeah, that was Elena Williams.
It is inbounding now is Rainey Wilson. Now Addie Mack has it. Mack at the top of the key. Now, and is a turnover. It was Ava McKinney tried to dish it to Kendall Walker.
I don't think she expected
A
that
little
pass.
too much heat on the pass.
Either that or
she
I don't
wasn't
know if
ready
she,
for it.
Yeah, I don't know if she expected it. I think she was looking to set a pick, so she was running at McKenna.
Addie Mack defending on Gabby Scott. The Scott three is no good. Rebound, Kendall Walker. Kendall Walker's been grabbing some big boards here to close out this game. Turnover though, and Heidi Williams will take it in again for 2 points. Walker has it now. Press from UMBC. Walker picks up her dribble. Now Addie Mack has it. Gets it to McKinney. McKinney back to Mack, and Mack will slow down the tempo. 3:50 to go. 78-52 lead for the Terrapins. Wilson drives in, gets it out to McKinney. Now Mack has it. Mack takes the screen, a little touch pass to McKinney, and is no good but the foul, and McKinney will take free throws. Almost like a lob there from Mack to get it over the defense. Nice pass, and McKinney will shoot two.
2 free throws coming up for Maryland. I guess one stat line that's been great for UMBC is that they're 9 for 9 from the stripe.
Yeah, that's been their best offense so far, are those free throws and the late quarter heaves. First shot from McKinney is no good. She's 1 for 3 from the line now. See if she can knock in the second. And she can. The sophomore makes it. So 27-point lead for the Terrapins with 3:33 remaining. Yanez takes it up the court. Yanez looking to create something, spins around a little bit, and the pass to Tillman. Tillman gets there. Tillman drives in, looks to create something. A little behind her back. No good on the jump shot. Nice move there from Tillman to free herself, but was not able to score. Back the other way. Wilson has it into the paint. It is Brianna Williams. Brianna Williams gets it to, that was Maria Boyko, and Boyko double dribbled. Turnover Maryland, back the other way.
Brianna Williams getting some action.
That is the 18th turnover for Maryland now. They're creeping up there. Total 37 turnovers between these two teams. Now, Tillman has it. Pass in, that is number 10, Elena Williams, and the shot is blocked.
If you're the Terps, obviously top 10 team in the nation, but against 18 turnovers against a team that is the skill level of UMBC is okay. You can give that up. But once they verse teams in the Big Ten and there's more competition and games come down to the wire, you cannot commit those turnovers, and you really have to value the ball. And that's one thing that Brenda Fries has really got to reiterate to her squad.
Yeah, and you know, with Brenda Fries, one of the great coaches in this sport, it doesn't matter how much Maryland wins by. She's always going to find something to improve her team. And it is 79-52 Maryland with 2:49 remaining in this fourth quarter. And we will take a break here on WMUC Sports for a timeout. We are back now for WMUC Sports. 79-52 Maryland as the Terps will inbound after a challenge there is unsuccessful for the Retrievers. Now, Maryland will look to inbound, gets it to Brianna Williams, who is fouled. UMBC really all-out pressure on this press right now, trying to force as many turnovers as they can.
Yeah, that was Jade Williams. She kind of just pushed her over.
Yeah,
This is not football.
little push to the back there. And in the bonus, Brianna Williams will go to line and get a chance for her first bucket, or points of the game, rather. Williams, redshirt freshman from Billings, Montana. Now, did you expect either one of these, when you were looking over the rosters in preparation for this game, I can't say I was ready for anyone to be from Montana,
No.
but
A lot of Maryland, Virginia,
mhm.
New Jersey, Pennsylvania, maybe some Floridas, but not much over in the West Coast.
But the Williams from Montana hits 2 free throws. I'm just kind of trying to picture the Montana high school basketball scene, but hey, that's a conversation for another day. UMBC takes it up. Heidi Williams now. Yeah, that was a travel.
And with Brianna Williams scoring, the Terps have 12 scorers in this game so far.
And with the turnover from Heidi Williams, we've now reached 20 for UMBC. So that's an exciting number. But now Maryland will have it. Taking it in the left side, that's Rainey Wilson. Wilson takes it back. Little free throw line jumper. It's no good. Rebound, jump ball. Boyko was fighting for it, wasn't able to. UMBC, neither of these teams have made a field goal in over 2 minutes. And UMBC has not scored at all in the last 2 minutes and 5 seconds, but they'll get the ball here. 2 minutes and 17 seconds now, 81-52 Maryland.
With this UMBC team, they've shown spurts of maybe momentum, flashes, and eyeing down a comeback, but every single time, Maryland just continuously puts in the dagger, and they do not take their foot off the gas as their lead just continues to grow.
Yeah, and as missed shot there by Heidi Williams, and then another jump ball. There's been a ton of jump balls in this game. Both teams fighting for every single loose possession, which you love to see the aggressiveness, even as we close in on under 2 minutes left to go. Addie Mack takes it up the court now for the Terrapins. Mack takes it down the right side, can't find anything. Screen set from Boyko, she rejects it. Mack looking to make something happen. Pass into Boyko, and it is good. Mack swung it to Rainey Wilson. Wilson with a nice entry pass there to Boyko, and Boyko gets the bucket, pushes the Terrapin lead to 31 with 1:30 remaining. Now, UMBC has it. Kennedy Alston. Alston dribble handoff to Jade Tillman, and Tillman is fouled by Brianna Williams. That is her second personal foul. Neither team has really had anyone in foul trouble so far this game, but Tillman will head to the line to shoot 2. 1:22 left in this contest. 83-52 Maryland. First free throw is good for Tillman. 16 points now for Tillman, and UMBC is now 10 for 10 from the free throw line. Second free throw is good. Perfect 11-11 for the Retrievers, and Tillman is now up to 17 points on 4 for 14 shooting. 1:20 left now. Addie Mack takes it up the court. Mack, slow and patient, gets it into Wilson, and a foul is called. We're going the other way. That was Tillman that drew it. And Heidi Williams will inbound for the Retrievers. Yanez will take it up the court. Yanez crosses half court, takes on Mack, dribbles in, takes it into the paint. Shot is up, blocked by Addie Mack. Now down the other side, Mack has it, takes it in herself, throws it up, and draws the foul. Great up and down possession there from the freshman Addie Mack.
You love to see the effort down the stretch. This margin for Maryland is just keep growing. Their leaders keep growing, but the effort is still there on both sides of the court. And you get some action from some of the bench players.
Yeah, working in the freshmen. Now, Maryland has already surpassed their total from last game against Loyola Maryland, where they scored 80. now at 84 after Addie Mack makes the first free throw. And the second pushes it to 85 for the Terrapins. So 85-54 with under a minute to go. Yanez will take it up.
Yeah, I don't think Loyola is going to pass their scoring total of 90 against
No,
Stevenson.
that one's looking unlikely. Missed shot there. That was Heidi Williams. No good. Now Maryland will take it up. Nice pass there from Addie Mack up to Boyko. Addie Mack's been playing really well to close out this game, and that's what you like to see with your freshman point guard, working her into these late minutes because you will need her during the season. Now Yanez has it. 33-point lead with 26 seconds remaining. As the Terps get a steal, Mack takes it up, and she will just dribble it out as the clock will tick down, coming to a close. Maryland defeats UMBC 87-54 as we're just awaiting the final buzzer. But it is over now as the clock, 3 seconds, 2 seconds, 1 second. There is the final buzzer. Your final score, 87-53 for Maryland, 53-point lead. Justin, what were your highlights of the game for Maryland here?
Turnovers. Forcing them for Maryland. Obviously, they gave up a ton, but they forced a ton of turnovers, and UMBC just cannot generate anything on offense. And then finally, we mentioned earlier in the broadcast how they were shooting very poorly from three-point range. You backed it up with that. They're going to even it out. And they ended the game shooting very well from three-point range, and they've just stuck the dagger many times. And like I said, they got a 1, 2, 3, 4 punch. They got 4 key players that they can go to. I'm very excited for this Terps team in the future.
Yeah, and that is all for us on WMUC Sports. I'm Noah Ghelli, joined by Justin Haberman and our sideline reporter, Sydney Schwartz. Thank you all for listening. As quick, we're going to...
Yeah, Maryland's next game is on Sunday against Georgetown, and you can listen right here on WMUC Sports at 1 p.m.
And that will do it for us. Thank you all for listening, and make sure to tune in for more WMUC Sports broadcasts.